Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 64 of What's That Pepper series. Today, I have a box of goodness that I received from Kyle. Kyle is a member of our Pepper Lovers community. He goes by Togarashi 808, I think, if I remember right. But I will post his information below. Kyle is a very popular member, and I think everyone knows Kyle. And he is out of Hawaii. So the land of beautiful sunshine. So he grows some of the most beautiful peppers. These are crosses of my own that I sent to him last season. The Sweet Misery, and then we have some Misery Sweet, which is the reverse cross. And as I mentioned in previous video, when you cross something, do it both way because they'll come out different, somewhat the same, different, but completely different profile. This particular one, I think this is the Sweet Misery. He labeled it. He didn't put any label on it, but I think that's what it is. I'll have to ask him. It's between a Thai bird's eye and a Scotch bonnet, and this one is the same, but it's the reverse. So Scotch bonnet is the parent for this one. That's why it's a little larger, and it tastes very Scotch bonnet like, has that flavor. And this one here has very, the annuum, I think Thai is annuum, yeah, the annuum. You know, those annuum, they give you a different type of bite. So the heat here is kind of ridiculous for something that looks like this. So when you look at this, it's simply like a Thai pepper, but it's a little more wrinkly with a tail. And when you bite into it, man, the pain of the annuum is just so much different than the Chinen Super Hot. And then I also have here the Texas Crimson Bonnet, also a cross of my own. Looks just like a bonnet, but very dangerous looking, very bumpy bonnet shape, and very, very hot. So my plants are just not looking too good right now. They're not producing anything yet. So I'll show it to you, but there's really not much to show. And then we'll try these pods out, or maybe one of it. Alright guys, here is my Sweet Misery. There's really not much to look at. It's still a small plant, so it has a way to go before it produces anything. Okay, and this here and that one there is my Texas Crimson Bonnet, and this one as well. Not looking good. It has buds, but they all dropped because the heat is so ridiculous right now. So I'm sitting right now under the sun, and it is just burning me up. It's probably like 98, 99 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so I have a few. I think that one there too. So I have 4 Texas Crimson Bonnet. So I can't wait for them to produce because I want to compare my fruits to Kyle's fruits, because his looks just so much prettier than the one that I have already that I picked. I picked one. It's just very ugly. Okay, and then man, one of this here is my Misery Sweet. I'm not sure which one it is. It may be one of those in there. But anyway guys, let's go inside and then we'll try those fruits out. Alright guys, so I showed you the plant. It's not looking good right now. They're still very small. So here is a closer up look at the pods. As I mentioned, I think these are Sweet Misery, and these are Misery Sweet. You see the difference there? This one, these up here are larger, not as bumpy. This one here is the Misery Sweet. Got those stingers there. Much smaller, wrinkly, but they all have characteristic of their parent, the Thai bird's eye, because of the shape. And here are my Texas Crimson Bonnet. So these, the box, when Kyle sent it to me, it took a detour to North Carolina, so it arrived here a little late. So they kind of ripened up quite well before it got here. It's not right off the vine fresh, but here's the Texas Crimson Bonnet. This is pretty crazy hot, so let's see what we should try. I'll cut these open so you can see it. Okay, we'll start with the Texas Crimson Bonnet. See, when peppers are a little overripe, they kind of like really difficult to remove the stem. Okay, I forgot to mention the Texas Crimson Bonnet is a cross between my Starr and a Scotch Bonnet chocolate. I guess red is the dominant color. So let's cut this one open. Alright guys, here it is, the Texas Crimson Bonnet, the inside of it. As soon as you cut it open, you can smell the strong fume of heat. Yep, it has that crazy super hot smell. Here's the Sweet Misery. These peppers are better when they're green, so when they're red, they kind of like become soft. And I bred these because I wanted a Thai pepper with more heat and less seeds. And as you can see, there are not that many seeds in its entire thing. So each pepper usually has 5, 6 to 10 seeds, which is great. That's exactly what I want. And it has a much more heat than the regular Thai. Okay, and here's the cousin, the Misery Sweet. See, these when they're ripe, they're just more. It's just tougher to with the skin is really tough. And this one has more heat, and this one has a smell of the regular Thai smell. So there it is right there. Much more seeds than the other one. Yep, definitely a spicier smell, but it still has that kind of like Thai smell. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay guys, here it is. Texas Crimson Bonnet, the Sweet Misery, and the Misery Sweet. Let's start with the Sweet Misery. It's the Scotch Bonnet is the parent crossed with a Thai. So it has a reduced amount of seed. Very sweet. Has that kind of Scotch Bonnet taste a little bit with the smell also. Has some heat. Very hot. Just manageable heat. I like these much better when they're green. So when they're red, I think they're just good in a hot sauce. Okay, so now the burn is all over my mouth. It has kind of like a Scotch Bonnet burn. A little bit of a Thai pepper in there, sort of. Oh, now my chest is like really, really hot. Burn here. Very slow build. I was expecting much more. So it's collecting at the throat. It has that Thai burn to me. The Thai pepper has a very different burn, even though it's rated not very hot. But that bite kind of hurt a little bit. This is the Misery Sweet. Man, that one's so hot. I don't know if I want to eat this. Maybe I just wait a little bit. Yeah, it's on top of my tongue, collecting at the throat. Warm chest. Decent flavor, but I think it's better when it's green, because last year I ate a bunch of them. When they're green, that's when I like them, because they're nice and crunchy, and then you get that really good heat, much more than a Thai pepper, then a slight Scotch Bonnet flavor. I think it's gonna be good for stir fry cooking, anything like that. Wow, the heat kind of lingers a bit. My throat is still hurting. I think this one's a little hotter because I ate it the other night, so. Sweeter than the other one. Completely different taste. It's almost like a very sweet Thai pepper with heat. Yeah, my spit bubbled up in the back of my throat again. Every time it does that, the top of the back of my throat kind of hurt. Wow, this thing has a slow burn and now it's hurting. Hotter than the Sweet Misery. But last year it was the reverse. Wow. Carl did a review of this and he ate the entire pod and he said it was a little hot. A little hot to me. I'm like hurting right now. I think I didn't wait for the other heat to die down and I start to eat this one. I don't think I can do the Crimson Bonnet because that one is super hot. My nose is running, so I don't know if I can smell it. Wow. Has a lot of heat smell in there with a little bit of floral smell. And the skin, anytime you see a pepper that look like this, bumpy skin with a thin texture, it's gonna be hot. That's what I have experienced. I think I have to wait for the next time to do the Crimson Bonnet. Maybe wait until I have my own fruit coming out. Or maybe if Kyle did one, I'll link the video. I don't think I can handle it. Wow, it subsided. I can't believe these are pretty hot. Just take a bite and didn't taste heat. You wait a bit and then the heat comes on. Alright guys. Sorry I can't do the Crimson Bonnet. We'll have to wait for another video. Here it is guys, Sweet Misery and Misery Sweet. Thank you so much for sending these, Kyle. I hope you do more videos so I can link some of your review to the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.